So I started this series because I wanted to put out some little tips for people just getting started into FPV. This is going to be my second tip, and the reason why I wanted to do this tip next um, is it's just such a useful tool that most people overlook it when they get started in FPV. They're just so focused on building a quad and flying that they naturally overlook the the assistance, the help, the additional learning, another aspect of FPV that is just as fun, and that's 3D printing. Many people start FPV and then they work their way into a 3D printer after they've spent, 100, 200, $500 on parts, um, GoPro mounts and arm protection and stuff like that. And then they're like, I ought to buy a 3D printer. And so they do 6 months, a year. Um, some never do, and they just are always asking other people to print stuff for them. I would highly recommend if you're getting into FPV and you think it's going to be something that you're really into, you're really digging, consider a 3D printer as as important as your controller. And in today's uh, day and time, a printer is comparable to a controller now. It's definitely cheaper than a 5-inch quad. It's cheaper than a GoPro. Um, when I started, the best on the market was a Prusa MKS Mark III plus, what have you, S plus, whatever it is. I've had it since I started FPV. Always was curious about printers, but didn't have anything that I would use a printer for. I mean, there was just I don't print anime stuff. I don't print cartoon stuff. It's plastic. It's not extremely durable and stuff like that. I just didn't have a use for a 3D printer. But when I got into FPV and I saw all the TPU that you printed for your drone, I was like, boom, light bulb. Oh, I get to buy another toy? I get to buy another toy? Hell yeah, let's do this. And I got it and I put the kit together, built it myself, and the thing was printing great TPU, and I was on top of the world. And it allowed me to start doing some designs, start designing things for myself, customizing things for myself, just letting the whole creative juices go. And so I highly recommend it for you out there. You'd be surprised at how much it will benefit your mental state because it's another aspect for you to try and learn how to print TPU, learn how to adjust some settings. And then, you're building a quad and you're like, dang, I don't have this part. I'll go print it. Or I don't like the way this part designs. I wish I had had it tweaked a little bit. Maybe, oh, this part would be really cool if I could tweak this design so it held my receiver. Whatever. You'll be surprised at how your mind starts to populate thoughts and crazy ideas, and you get to go chase those ideas. And by chasing those ideas, you're starting to learn a little CAD on top of it. Um, I highly recommend when you're looking at getting to FPV, also looking at buying a 3D printer. And in today's time, the printers have gotten so cheap, and it's not quality cheap. It's I don't know, it's magical cheap. So the printer I'm talking about is the Bambu Lab A1 Mini. This thing is a beast. Like, so I've got the X1C. I've had it since it started, since it launched. And so I had the X1C, I had the oh, what do you call it? The Prusa MK3S Plus. And the X1C prints amazing hard filament prints. I primarily do TPU, and the AMS doesn't feed very well. I've gone through and done the mod that somebody put on the web, pulling springs out and stuff. It still is a pain in the butt. It's hit or miss. It just doesn't feed TPU well because I've got two AMSs. One's for hard filaments, one's for TPU. And it's just It's so unreliable, and it's such a little pain in the butt, and then the quality that comes out of the X1C, for TPU, it's not as good as my Prusa. My Prusa just does it better, and you have to slow down the X1C to Prusa speed in order to get TPU, and so, I was just like, Bimbo Labs, it's a great printer, it's easy to get started, but I really don't print a whole lot of hard filaments, but I still love the machine, but I'm still, solidly in Prusa. Prusa, 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 and that's where I've been, and honestly, my Prusa outprints the X1C as far as TPU. They have the same speed, the quality is better on my Prusa, and then I I know I'm bad, but I PM my Prusa once a year. Once a year, it starts to print bad, and I go, "Okay, so let me clean the rods, let me clean the screws and stuff, and relube everything," and then it starts printing flawlessly, and I have no issues for a year. The X1C, I have to clean it every month. Every month, I've gotta do some PM. I gotta clean all the screws, I gotta re-oil everything, and it's just so fidgety. It's like, it's just I like the fact that I don't have it's cleaning isn't where my fun is. My fun is building crap and tweaking crap and designing crap and flying and breaking and repairing, Cleaning crap isn't my fun is. So I've been in a Prusa house this whole time that Bambu Lab has been out. But I picked up an A1, and that little mug, that little mug right there, I'm sorry, Prusa. Um, I'm just sorry. And I've been a staunch supporter, but that little A1 Mini, that mug outprints the X1C and the Prusa TPU, fast or slow. Like I started out, so I took the same print settings that I had on the X1C, and I put it on that Prusa or that Mini, and that A1 Mini outprints this X1C 199 versus 1300. That A1 Mini, the quality is outstanding on TPU. And not only that, I messed up and forgot to apply my settings and slow the A1 Mini down. This thing's printing TPU at full speed, and it's out printing. It's some of the best quality prints I've ever done. Every FPV pilot should have an A1 Mini. Right now they're on sale, $199 for an A1 Mini, and you can do the affirm, and you can make 4 payments of $50 every 2 weeks, what have you, and that A1 Mini. I'll try and take a picture. Let me see if I can get you. But see, this little canopy that I designed. It's for the CO3. It's called the Nips. If you want one, I've got it on my website, quadsensei.com. But the quality, let me see if I can get in here. Do you see that's at a oh, do you see how fine detail this? This is a challenging print for TP. That A1 Mini printed these out at dadgummit, at full speed. I didn't slow it down. Cover my eyes. Cover my eyes. Come on. Okay. You can probably see a little bit. And I'll take some pictures or something and cut in here. But the ability for that printer to print something that's at a 40-degree angle like this, a 40-degree angle, and this little spike up here, this little camera protection. While this thing is so okay, there's not a whole lot of support that keeps this moving when it starts getting up. When it starts getting up and that nipple's pushing down, most time prints like to move. And this thing is, I'm just telling you, it's exquisite. It's just exquisite. And it's at full speed. It's just choo, 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 choo. What takes what takes I'm making this up, but this is to give you because I haven't timed it, but this is to give you a measurement. What would take 3 hours on the X1C and the Prusa takes like 30, 45 minutes on the A1 Mini. I'm just telling you. Buy one. If you're a brand new pilot, don't know crap about 3D printing, Bambu Lab A1 Mini. It's the easiest thing you'll do as far as setup. It comes in a box, you pull it out, you plug it in, you connect it to your Wi-Fi, you download the app on your phone. It's plug and play. Plug and play. Dry your filament. Take your TPU, put it in a dehydrator, dry your filament, brand new out of the box, it's wet. It's just the way they come. All TPU comes wet. When I say wet, it means they've absorbed a lot of humidity. If you take your TPU and you dry this mug 12 hours, 24 hours, and then you put it on that brand new A1 Mini you got, and you put a TPU print on it, it is going to come out gorgeous. I will take my, I've already posted my particular print settings in the beginner to FPV book, beginner to FPV Facebook group. I'll send them to you if you want them. Maybe I can post a link in the description or something like that, but I have no problem with sharing my TPU settings that I came up with. And again, the same settings that I had on the X1C, printed worse than the Prusa, less reliable than the Prusa, even with the mod of this AMS up here with removing the springs so it feeds TPU and all that crap. I'm telling you, the A1 Mini changed my life. Changed my life. If you can get the A1, if you can get the bigger size, the A1, go for it. But the A1 Mini, like for FPV, the Mini's all you need. That's plenty of build plate for all your GoPro mounts and your arms and your bumper protectors and your antenna holders and all that crap. And more than likely, you're going to be so pleased with this A1 Mini, you're going to be like most people, and you're going to pick up another printer at some point with a little bit bigger footprint, because sometimes you just want to print something bigger or more of something or whatever. But for $199 on Bambu Labs right now, you cannot beat that A1 Mini. It will change your life. It will enhance your FPV journey. It will save you money. You no longer, I mean, because of the Bambu Labs, I'm already seeing prices coming down on 3D prints. You know, stores used to sell GoPro mounts for 15, 18 bucks. Now I'm seeing them for 10 bucks. Because now so many people are getting printers and they're doing prints for their fellow pilots for 10 bucks and stuff like that the stores had to drop their prices because it was cutting in their business. There's no reason to pay anybody. That thing makes printing so damn easy that every house in America should have a 3D printer. Just like I personally believe this little dude right here, this little booger, I mean, look at that. Look how small that is. Look how small that is. This little booger, every house in America should have one of these. Every house should have one of these. I'll do a video on one of these. So small, I had to paint it. I had to paint it so I could stop losing it when it was following me and stuff like that. But every house should have an A1 Mini. And with that said, I'm gonna leave it there. That's my tip number 2 for you. You can thank me later. Love you. Peace out. Happy flying.